Hi everyone and welcome to another Sims 2 speed build. This lot is 27 Rosehip Crescent, is a 50 by 30 lot and costs 194,117 simoleons. It has an entryway, 3 bedrooms, one is a child's room, 3 bathrooms, well sort of 3 bathrooms, one is an ensuite, one's a family and one's just a downstairs loo, like a spare WC. There's also a living room with kitchen diner, which is all open plan, and a conservatory. Now this build took about 5 hours to do, so I've speeded it up a little bit quicker than usual, so I'm not sure if it's too quick, so you'll have to let me know if it is. I did use Lord Crumps's conversion of the Grange mudroom kit, and those windows you see that I just put in there, they are the greenhouse kit windows that I'm not sure who converted those, but they were the only ones that were, I wanted long windows to go in there, and they were the only ones I could find that had the same colour as the other windows. As you'll see in this build, normally I tend to use white interior doors, but I went with dark brown this time just to be a little bit different. So I tend to be using the same things over and over, as you will see as this build goes on. For example, the mudroom kit and also the bedrooms look a bit similar to my previous builds. And again in this build I have done a few accent walls with my favourite wooden wall that I found. Also found a green one as well, which I think went nice with the kitchen diner. There's the green there. I was trying to keep sort of like a bluey green theme with pine and cream, and of course the dark brown windows. I love that staircase. I think I got that from Mod The Sims. So yes, I put a back-to-back chimney there, so I thought that looked nice, and I changed it to sort of a black colour on the mudroom kit, but then I kept everything else sort of light colours. I think it went well in this, even though it's such a small space. I think it looked a lot better than a lighter colour, and I tried to cram as much sort of bits and pieces on the shelves as possible. I believe I did use other CC and things to go in there, and I made that sort of blue going with the sort of blue theme, although it's a little bit darker. I think these sort of bluey green curtains went with it a lot better. You can probably tell that I've cut through things. You can see a couple of fade throughs here because I kept changing things around, and this is just the small WC for downstairs in the entryway, and here's the ensuite bathroom for the downstairs bedroom. As you can see, I've used a fair amount of CC in this build, and a couple of conversions as well. Those little blue lights are from Eco Living, but I'm not sure who converted them. Probably Lord Crumps. He does tend to do a lot of conversions. I placed a few things out. So I was looking for a nice sofa, the sort of like a bluey green sofa to go with those curtains, which I think they matched up quite well really. The conservatory ended up being a sort of study type thing because I put the bookcase in there and the computer, but I kept the chess set in this room here because I needed to fill up that space a bit. And just watching this back, that lamp there, there's actually a nice turquoise one, what I call turquoise, in the game, so I think I should have changed it to that. As you can see, I've done a fade through there because I was fiddling about with this quite a lot. So I really wanted the sofa to be in front of the fireplace, and I'd put the seating around the windows, so I changed it all back again. So yes, this conservatory is sort of basically a study with a bookcase, and I put in the easel there as well. And like I said, we've got the computer in there as well, and some hanging plants and things to make it look more like a conservatory. Now here's the bedroom, which I tended to use the same things as I used in the last build. I was going to put the bed there, but I wanted a plain wall at the back, and it looked a bit strange on the outside without those windows, so I decided to do the accent wall there and put the bed there. But I found some different side tables that I thought went better, which is those ones, and they were a conversion as well, but I'm not sure what kit that was. Ah yes, and the trusty wardrobes, the inbuilt wardrobes. So there are two bedrooms that are basically the same with double beds, and then there's one bedroom that I've made for a child. But those two bedrooms are upstairs with the there's a family bathroom as well. I wasn't too sure about this little square room here. I was going to leave it open, but I decided to close it up and put an archway in. But I think it looks quite nice like that, actually, because it sort of finishes off where the stairs go. Otherwise it would have just been an open space bit there. But as you can see, behind that built-in wardrobe there's a 2 space there, and I wasn't too sure what to do with it. I was thinking maybe I should put the put some sort of use the Grange mudroom thing in there, but it didn't look quite right, so I left it so you've got 2 squares there that are doing nothing basically. I suppose you could make it as a take that middle bit of wall out and make it into a dressing room for the bedroom, but I left it as at that anyway. I was thinking of putting stools in front of those cabinets there, but decided against that as well because I wanted to put in a dining room table. They tend to use those stools more than dining room tables. So, and here we go with the mudroom kit again. I did want to keep it to green, but I found a lighter colour that went well with it. You'll see, yeah, I'm changing it all here now, which I think went better with it, and found nice colours for the chairs as well. I was going to colour that green, I did do it green, but then I decided as it's all in an open room, I'll do it the same colour as the one in the living room. And here we go again. I was putting as much as I could in these cabinets that were from other kits as well, I think, and some custom content that I have. The plant was a little bit too big. I do like that pot or vase or vase. That's a good way of filling up shelves, putting those baskets in. Oh yes, I changed that because I found another colour for it that went well with the sofa and everything. Here we go with the upstairs. I wanted to keep the upstairs sort of small because obviously there is a bedroom downstairs, so I decided to do just 2 bedrooms upstairs along with the family bathroom. I keep calling it a family bathroom. It's actually smaller than the ensuite downstairs, but I've decorated all the bathrooms the same and the bedrooms the same. even the child's room, although it's got a single bed in it and some toys for kids, it's still similar to the other 2 bedrooms. I didn't have so many problems with the roofing this time, which is unusual for me, apart from having to take out a couple of windows and then put them back again after I'd placed the roofs, because that the objects were in the way. I was going to say, I did make that porch a little bit longer because it looks better rather than having that gap there. And I didn't change the colours on these steps because it seemed to go well with the railings. It's a shame I couldn't find or didn't have darker wood for those sliding doors, and the other doors that I have, which would have gone with it, the dark wood, weren't tall enough. Probably if I have a look again on Mod The Sims. I get carried away when I go over there, that's the problem. So I try not to go over there too much. But I'm sure they probably would have some recolours of that door. We'll have a look actually. But as I say, then I get waylaid looking at other things, and before I know it, I've downloaded gigabytes of custom content. And some stuff is quite old. It, obviously goes back to sort of 2006, 20 odd years ago. There is still new stuff being done over there as well for The Sims 2, and of course we do have the conversions of the kits and everything. So as you can see here, I'm basically copying the downstairs bedroom and putting in the wardrobes there as well. I had a built-in wardrobe for the child's room. I also done the landing at the top of the stairs, similar to the entryway or hallway downstairs. I used the same picture a couple of times as well, but it seemed to go with it, with the colour of the sort of like bluey greens and things. I put a couple of rugs up there, which were the same colour as the ones in the hallway, and I put a table with a telephone as well. There are a few telephones around the house. I think there's one on the wall in the hallway, and then one in the little square room downstairs, and one here. Well, there might only be 3 then. Oh no, tell a lie. I put one on the computer desk, so there's probably 4 telephones in this lot. I noticed I had a nice little toy box. I'll change this in a minute, as you can see, there we go, which seemed to go better with it. It was the colour, the brown colour seemed to go better with it. And I put a few bits in there, and a rug. I do come back to this and put in the helicopter and car, and after I go downstairs and put in a console thing by the television, because I'd forgotten to put one in. I don't think I've forgotten anything else. I mean, there's a bookcase, and there's audio, and there's TV and computer. Ah yes, I wanted to put in a carport, so I had to measure where the driveway went, and had a bright idea which seemed to work, of knocking out the foundation blocks there and putting in some plants. You'll see how I do it in a minute. I have done that before, and Sims can still trim those plants, so it does work. There we go. Just move objects on. And I do put a roof on these porches, and the porch on the back of the lot as well. And we have a barbecue, and of course outdoor seating. Here's where I had to take the windows out to place the roof, and then put the windows back in again. That's the trouble with roofing in The Sims 2. That barbecue, I believe, was the Desert Luxe kit conversion with the side tables there. And that table there was from Eco Life, and I don't know where the chairs are from. Might have been from TSR actually. To put hanging plants as well. It's strange because you can put hanging plants inside the house, but you can't put them on the porches outside the house, which is a bit strange. So I had to use move objects on for that. And here we go again with the plants. Now I did use a mixture of the custom content and plants that are already in the game. So obviously these plants don't need to be watered or trimmed or anything, but of course the hedges obviously need to be trimmed there. And I did put some plants down the side of the driveway and some flowers in, so at least it gives your Sims something to do, watering plants or getting a gardener even. Oh yes, I was thinking of doing a gate there to go into the back garden, but decided against it. It just didn't look right. That pathway didn't look right. I suppose I could have left the pathway out, but yeah, here you can see I'm putting in plants and flowers now from the game, so they will need tending and watering. But I think they look really pretty. More trees. And I decided to also put in a swimming pool. But I put some more flowers here, which are CC, which don't need to be sorted or watered or trimmed or anything. Put in some pots in with those flowers as well, just for something different, and some extra rocks there. So there's a nice little rockery at the front of the house and at the back. Seeing as I had so much garden there, I decided to put in a swimming pool. And I didn't forget the lighting either, inside the house and outside. Oh yes, I put a basketball thing in, basketball net and stuff for the kiddies. Seeing as I'd put in a child's bedroom. And here we go with the outside lighting. I put some ground lights in as well. And fence lighting. And I did put in another Mercedes. So thanks for watching everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to comment in the section below and let me know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notification of my next video. Subscribing is absolutely free and is very much appreciated. Also a big shout out to my members who are Eero Sims, Nikki McKay, Paula Alfaro, Diane Rowe and Alice Jones. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Dag dag.